It is nice to come back to my alma mater after 34 years. I was a student of HR College. So, when everything burns down, let me ask you something. This is something more realistic. Something which resonates much better. What happens when actually everything burns down? And when I say burns down, I'm not saying metaphorically, I'm saying actually, if you feel the fire. I've spent 30 years in the travel industry. Big office, bigger visible cards, take 2 hours to give it to people. Excellent designs. But one fine day, from the position of a senior vice president, I was reduced to a telephone call. The IT technician came and said, "Sir, आपका लैपटॉप चाहिए and इस फॉर्म पे साइन कीजिए." Otherwise, the company shut down overnight. It's 24 years of hustle, 24 years of hard earned, 24 years of sacrificing yourself for the goal of someone else. That is when for the first time I realized my first Yusufism, which I use in my books, is that your designation is rented, but your character is owned. Correct? Deep in. But life doesn't stop there. Thoda papri chaat masala. All the people who love tikha food. Just after the company shut down, my neighbor's home caught fire. We live in a building in Kolaba. The window crashed. His fire burnt my house down, resulting in me being in the ICU for 2 days at Bombay Hospital, because I'm a typical spoiled sober kid. Financially, you're down. Work-wise, you're down. And then spiritually, you're down. In that moment, one felt, how do you fight this back? Because crisis doesn't ask for your resume. It asks for your resilience. सोने पे सुहागा, because we all believe कि ऊपर वाले बनेगा तो मजा नहीं आया. Let's make this more interesting. Global pandemic. For travel agent, what does global pandemic mean? It's like a fish being told, beta, water is cancelled. Hotels shut down, airports shut down, dream holidays turned into refunds. And that's also, if you've noticed, when people want the money back, कोई रिश्तेदारी नहीं देखता. होता सबके पास है, देता कोई नहीं. That's where I came with my Yusufism too. Success makes noise, but crisis makes you realize the truth. Since everybody's from college out here, students, I narrate this episode which took place last year. A college student called me up and said, "Yes, sir, I applied for a job somewhere and I got rejected." So after the amount of years I spent in life, I said, "It's not an issue, part and parcel. It's your first rejection." And he turned around and said, "You are not understanding the point, old man. Everyone else in my batch got through. They are celebrating on LinkedIn. Offer letters are being put everywhere. Everybody is humble bragging on Instagram. I got lifted." And I tried to explain to him that, this rejection is not the final thing. It is your first opportunity where life is asking you a question. How badly do you want to grow? But he said, "No, I am feeling useless. 36 के बैच में 35 को प्लेसमेंट मिल गया. मैं एक अकेला गांधी जी का भक्त." God was trying to burn down his illusion of fake acceptance. सोने में तबके ही, आग में तबके ही सोना सुंदर बनता है. Maybe that was his test. That he was not supposed to follow the path which everybody was going and maybe create his own. What remains after fire? What actually you take back home with you? Value system. Money comes, money goes. Markets rise, markets fall. But what stays with you is your core value which you have built over the period of time. Your relationships. Instagram, social media contacts will disappear the minute they realize that they found a greener pasture. But those 3 a.m. WhatsApp friends whose forwards you choose to ignore because you have something more important to do will always be there. Your skills. Titles expire. Skills compound when you put them to the test. Part of this. Here's where everybody keeps on saying, but burnout is not heroic. Burnout is a very expensive proposition if you check the hospital bill. And last but not the least, your inner balance, your core. If you are true to yourself, you will always succeed irrespective of the fact whether you are a chai wala or you are a corporate leader. If your inner world is chaotic, your outer success will never matter. It will always be collapsible. Because it is based on peripherals. Fire does that to you. To quote The Dark Knight Rises for people who are Nolan fans out here, you adapted the dark, I was born in it. Similarly, fire makes you believe, shows your true self, it strips you of the peripherals. I would like to everybody to close your eyes, please. ठंडे दिमाग से अपने आंखें बंद कीजिए. And think about this. Picture yourself 1 year away from today in a similar setup. Just like Bharat said at Marine Drive looking at the horizon. Same face, same name, but slightly wiser soul. Maybe you read the Panchtantra. The future is looking at you right now and they are asking you just one thing. In the past 1 year, did you build a life? Or did you just stay busy? No. Because titles expire, money moves, applause fades. No. What remains eventually in the end is that the person that you're becoming day-to-day basis, how you are living with. That is your reality. If you have moved one step forward in that direction, you have achieved your goal to a better existence at that point of time. Now to bring it back to my story, when the fire burnt us down, fire, corporate collapse and pandemic, what did we do? We fought back. We tried to create a life back. We started getting back into travel by co-creating, curating holidays, which meant for people to heal better, not to brag better. You are supposed to resonate, reconnect with yourself on your holidays, not that we sell holistic ones. I wrote 2 books in the past 1 year called The Balance Leader, which is about finding your inner balance vis-a-vis work. I coach entrepreneurs to find the balance at work so that they can earn and live better. Because youngsters, I would like to request all of you, when you are chasing your dream, don't sacrifice your character for salary. It sounds very lucrative right now, but look at yourself at my age and you will realize that saving your happiness for days of retirement will never come. Because the moment that you have lost today is never going to come back. And then you will sit like Mr. Dominic Koh from Inception as wonder, a life filled of half regret. And I'd like to end with this note that if the next time you see a fire underneath you, don't panic because it's not arson, it could just be Diwali. Thank you very much. That's my time. Shabakir.